Hey there, Paul Wagler here for Rise Now and the 2-Minute Wake-Up Call. Well, here I am today. I wanted to share with you one of the things that my dad said to me a lot when I was younger. And I'm thinking a lot about him and my mom recently as we've just gone past the 2nd anniversary of both of their deaths. And so we've been having a lot of wonderful reflections of the memories and the wonderful things that we've learned from them and the way that they've blessed our lives. And so one of the things that he used to say to me a lot was, get your hands out of your pocket. And so, I don't know why, but as a teenager, that seemed to be when standing around or walking around, it just seemed my hands naturally went in my pocket. Well, my dad and I used to work a lot together on the farm, especially through the summer. I'd basically work with him all day, almost every day. So I learned a lot of things from him. And so we would be working at fixing a piece of machinery or whatever. And if there was a lull in the task for me, I'd put my hands in my pocket. And then all of a sudden, my dad would need me to get him a tool or to hand him something. And he'd look and he'd see me standing there with my hands in my pocket. And he'd say, get your hands out of your pocket. Well, it's because when you stand there with your hands in your pocket, it's the body language is you're not interested, you're kind of bored, maybe even a bit lazy, you're just not really ready and willing to help. And so standing there, when you're working, you can't work with your hands in your pocket. And so he would say that over and over again. And so he taught me the value of being ready and willing to serve. And Jesus said that the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to live his life as a ransom for many. And so as followers of Jesus, we want to not have our hands in our pocket. We want to be ready and willing to serve wherever we can and with whoever we meet. And so that's a good life lesson that I learned. But the second part of it is sometimes I'd actually walk around with my hands in my pocket. And if my dad ever saw me doing that, he'd say, again, get your hands out of your pocket. And then I'd hear this story. A number of years ago, a fellow that he knew in the community was out in putting up snow fence to prepare for winter, and he was doing it in a plowed field. And as he was walking across the plowed field at some point in this process, guess what? He had his hands in his pocket, and yes, you guessed it, he fell flat on his face as he tripped over the uneven ground. And so to this day, when I see people walking around with their hands in their pocket, in fact, the other day, a guy was running for my bus, full blast, and he had his hands in his pocket, and I just wanted to scream, get your hands out of your pocket. It's not safe. It's not safe. You're going to hurt yourself if you fall. And, you might hurt yourself anyway, but it could be much worse. And so we want to always be prepared. When we have our hands out of our pocket, and we're in a situation, we're walking around or we're working, it speaks of being ready and willing to serve, and speaks of being prepared for whatever opportunity comes our way. And so, we want to, as it says in Ephesians 5, it says, make the most of every opportunity. And a big part of that is having your hands out of your pocket and being ready and willing to serve whenever the chance comes. Well, some good life lessons I learned from my dad. I hope it encourages you. And until we meet again, stay awake, stay alert, and keep your hands out of your pockets.